Okay, so you want to make a button. You go up to developer and then go insert. Form controls, there's a whole bunch like radio buttons and checkboxes and drop down lists and whatnot. You'll just go to the first one, it's a button, click on it, and then you drag where you want to put the button. Let's say you want it, I don't know, in one of these cells. And then you get a pop-up. The button's apparently by default button 27. You can record a macro, which I have never done, so I don't know really how it works, but I just go new, then you get to code, and you'll want to go over to the other, well, see, so this one, for whatever reason, makes a new module when you get the code for the button. So you can just cut that, go over to the module with all the rest of the code, double click it, and yeah, I'd already tested one out, but so there's our new button, and we're going to just activate a different sheet. I made a new sheet called Atom Test, and paste that there. We'll delete this one because it doesn't exist anymore. And if you want, you can rename your button so it actually isn't called button 27. You can call it go to or atom test sheet or something. Then it actually means something. But anyway, so yeah, Control S saves the code, and then you switch back over to the sheet. It's still in design mode. You just unclick design mode, and then you can click on the button. Oh, sorry, you just gotta click somewhere else. So it turns into a clicker button, or you can right click and edit it. You can go back to the code. You can change what text is on it. So like, go to add sheet. Sorry. And then you click on it. Bam. Goes to the new Atoms test sheet, which happens to say that. Anyway, so, and then you also wanted to look at the code of how it changes these cells to different colors based on, like it just auto updates. So that's also in the code. So you just go view code, but it's not in a module. It's not in these modules. It's in the codes of the sheet, which it probably could be in a module, but anyway, so sheet 3 is that SQRA sheet. Double click that, and you can see that it has this big bunch of if statements. So he actually has quite a bit of code here to change the value. So if cell in I5 value equals the value in S6, or if the value in I5 equals S5, and blah 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 all the way. So if any one of those is true, then sub if commands. So these ifs are nested inside this if. So anyway, I don't really follow his code, but so right here it boils down to then, so if all those conditions of the ORs up here and any of these ORs work out, then it changes cell I8 to value AA, and the interior color is red. And otherwise, it'll change it to an A, and the color will still be red. And then you go down, and it goes to the next I, which means, so it started I at 1 to 100, N is 100. So it just goes through 1 to 100. And then this goes to number 2, so now it's at number 2. So for cell I, which is 2, not the letter I on the sheet, but I is now number 2 in this one. So at cell 2 and 5, which, yes, I know it's a letter and then a number normally, but you have to know. Anyway, so yeah, it's cell 2, 5. If the value is S4 or any of these conditions, then change the color to yellow and mark that other one as a B. And then it just goes to number 3, so 3, 5, and it goes through every single cell that he's trying to check with all this code. And it's in the worksheet code itself.